Yo, what's up? In this video, we are reacting to the Epidemic of Weird Moms Part 2. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another reaction video. We watched the first one that Shan's posted. It was kind of wild. We got our little thoughts off in that one. So I'm wondering if there was, you know, some pushback, or if he just has a different form of argument to make here. Without further ado, subscribe, like, comment, What? Let's get straight into the video.
She been comment me.
I'm sorry, I must
she
be
making out with her baby?
here, but why is your preschool age son on top of you grabbing your neck while the lyrics plays drunk in love? And the whole time you seem like you're completely sensually engaged, making eye contact, your face looks a little flustered, and then you go ahead and bite your lips? You really filmed that video,
nah, hell
watched
no.
it back, saw nothing wrong with it, and you went ahead and posted it? These boy moms have to be stopped.
Oh, what do you mean? Why you just take my pants off? Stop, man.
So apparently this disgusting freaky frog of a mother filmed this video and posted it on TikTok. I don't know why she has this sick, twisted, fetish, fantasy roleplay in mind and why she's doing it with her son in the car, but someone needs to call CPS. Mind you, this lady has a history of making these freaky gooned out videos. I mean, let's just click on the first video on her page that she has pinned.
Look at the thumbnail on it.
7.6 million views.
You wanna know what I want?
What do you want, lady?
Okay, imagine we got in an argument, okay? I'm mad at you and it's your fault, okay? Imagine I'm laying in the bed and you start kissing on me. I might look like I don't want you to be kissing on me or touching me, but on the inside.
That doesn't sound a little rapey to you guys?
Come up behind me in my ear.
How do people have enough confidence? How are they comfortable enough to post something like this online?
Yeah, I'm like, how are you posting something like this?
Slowly start putting it in.
Brief intermission. If you want to see the other side of my personality, you know, the more funny, laid back, when I'm not covering all these serious topics, go ahead and check out my reaction.
Yeah, go check out Sham's live channel.
I'm tired of imagining. I'm on the way. Ovulation, I guess. Built this For You page brick by brick. I'm not even mad no more. Fellas, pay attention. We getting free game. This is not free game. She gonna get y'all hit with rape allegations. Do not listen to this game.
Imagine bringing your side project to life.
Hey, subscribe
just
so I
by
can
thinking about it.
get YouTube
Meet
real.
Base 44.
Oh.
Forever Mama's Boy. Is this you already letting us know that you're gonna be competing with your future daughter-in-law? And are the bitches that are coming and going, as the song states, supposed to be your potential future daughter-in-law? That's not a little crazy to you? Making sure my son can cook so he's not impressed by your daughter's stove for lasagna. Teaching my son how to cook so he's not impressed with your daughter's takeout skills.
That's not bad.
Teaching my son to cook so he's not impressed by your frozen pizza daughter. Why are you competing with her?
That's not bad, because, you know, as a parent, you always tell, nah, you could do better. You could do better. That's how it is with men, at least, right? You gonna meet. It's a big thing for the daughter's boyfriend to meet the dad. It's one thing to meet the mom, but it's another thing to meet the dad, because it's gonna be like, dad say it all the time, I'm gonna give you love so you're not impressed with anybody else showing you attention or giving you love. I'm gonna show you how it is to be a real man, so that, you know, you don't think someone else comes in acting like a real man you're not. I feel like this is a little different. This is fine.
How about instead of antagonizing your future daughter-in-law who you don't even know yet, you raise your son properly and teach him some discernment so he doesn't court women who are gonna try to manipulate him. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys what weird mom interactions look like at every stage of a male's life, from when he's a toddler to when he's a grown man. So we've already covered the toddler preschool age category, and as these categories keep progressing, you're gonna see that these interactions are gonna get weirder as these boys turn into men. Anyways, man, buckle up your seatbelts and get to the end of this video. I'm gonna show you guys just how weird these boy moms get. And yes, by the way, it definitely gets weirder.
Brush your motherfucking teeth. Yeah. Smell your breath. Baking soda.
We love to see it. An active mom making sure that her son's hygiene is taken care of.
I want you to do it for baking soda. Get my money back. Get my money back. Get my money back. Get my money back.
Yeah, you definitely need a man in your life who's not your son. Why in the hell do you feel comfortable enough to do that in the same vicinity as
She's
your
probably
son?
like 29. She's probably like 29 with a 12-year-old or with a 14-year-old. What's the math on that? 29. I'm not doing math, so I'm gonna just. 29 minus 15 is 14. He seemed like he could be about 14. So she's young, basically. What she's trying to be in the culture. She's a single mom, and you could twerk as a single mom, but just, I think that's like nowadays. That's what you do. That's kind of the personality you kind of portray. You know.
I understand being comfortable around your kids, but
it's not right limits.
though. Oh, if you need anything, don't be shy, okay? There are no rules in this house. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
And let's take a quick look at the title of the video. Everyone knows this is my mom. Who's everyone? I'm thinking he's referring to his friend group. Does she dress and act like this in front of them too? Miss Loretta, I'm ready for the rest of the tour. And if you guys don't get that,
don't post this one, Mom. I'm not. It's on his page. I'm not posting this one. This one gonna get me a little bit too popular on the campus. Imagine you and someone say something slick about your mom, but it's real because she actually, you know, something actually on what's it called? That is a fucking nightmare. That is a nightmare. Don't post that.
What's up, Miss Loretta? I'm ready for the rest of the tour. It's from a movie where this guy basically tries to flirt with his mom's friend.
Hey, Mike, how old is your mom?
What?
No, not like that. No, it is like that. Miss Loretta, I'm ready for the rest of the tour.
What's your mom's TikTok? This is just crazy. Lotion and tissue?
Oh,
I bet
no.
his friends spend the night a lot. I can't lie, the son is a little weird for keeping this video up even after these comments. And I hope parents are being very vigilant of whose homes
He wants some clout, that's what it is.
Stay at, because they might run into some cool moms, if you know what I mean. And on the topic of cool moms, I will say that's a huge red flag if a mom or a parent in general is trying to act too cool or trying too hard to fit in or be that cool parent. Those usually end up being the weird ones.
Why do they like self-proclaiming that they're cool? That don't make you cool. What's not making you cool is that the fact that you would rather be cool with your kid than be a parent. See, me, I'm not cool with my parents. I mean, at a certain age, you get to a certain age where you can, but as long as they're kids still, nah, I'm not thinking you could do that, bro.
Cause baby,
He going to prom, you dressed like that? Or what?
what's a bigger flex? And your kid thinking you look good enough or cool enough to be his date to his prom? Raising a man of his word, as he spoke this into existence 10 years ago.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want?
That nigga's weird.
With Wix, you can.
Imagine.
If like prom was around these years, I would have went with my mom.
So self-proclaimed, it was manifested. But the only way the manifestation could have came into fruition. Now hear me out. It could have came to fruition and succeeded because she dropped the seat. I don't know what I'm saying. But she could have turned all this down because now your son looks like a weirdo at our school. Now he's that one nigga who brought his mom to prom. That ain't cool.
She's not married. She looks nice.
That's what's up. That's cool, but like,
You know, a huge
your
part
mom, your mom's sitting there around fucking. Your mom's sitting there around fucking 15, 16, 17-year-olds. Because to go to prom, you don't gotta be a senior. You can literally be anybody. Anybody younger, and that's what a lot of people do. My prom, the youngest person I seen, I went to a few proms actually. The youngest person I seen at a prom was a 8th grader in middle school. But I guess their schools were like, it's like one of those schools where it's connected. So it's like elementary to 6th and then 6th or 7th to senior. Someone asked that girl, I don't know. Or no, it was a boy actually. I think it was a Mexican boy.
This was purely, genuinely his idea, without any outside influence.
The little man
or
wasn't
pressure.
doing nothing.
You know, something done to show appreciation for
Or was
his
it a
mom
girl?
out of his own volition. But that's most likely not the case. There's a high chance that his mom kept nagging him, kept reminding him of a promise he made 10 years ago when he was a kid, to the point where he would feel guilty if he didn't take her as his
That's
date.
probably
And I know
what it
that some of
was.
you guys might think that I'm jumping to conclusions, but when we really take a second to examine the way that she was speaking,
You're never gonna guess I'm your mom, cause baby, this is Jessica Rabbit. What's a bigger flex than your kid thinking you look good enough or cool enough to be his date to his prom?
She been waiting for this day. She was waiting.
And her son's body language. I think there's obviously a story there. And next on the weird mom list, we got this mom. When your husband has a hard time with anyone else touching you, even if it's his own son, but has to keep his cool in public. Is this not weird? Like, why are you putting your son and your husband in competition with each other? And it seems like you're amused by this too. That's just insane. Saying that statement and then putting this monkey emoji at the end, like, oh, like you're excited about this or something, it's just weird.
Yeah,
if your
it's
husband
weird.
is really that immature to the point where his own kids can't touch their mother, then you have a serious problem on your hands. This is not something you bring to the internet.
Not only that,
you may
I feel
take it
like
to a therapist. And it seems she might be trying to suggest that her son or maybe even her husband has some sort of Oedipus complex, which is basically this theory that young boys develop an unconscious possessive sexual desire for their moms and see their fathers as a rival. Extremely weird.
And more to that, this happens because of how you was pretty simple, but in a lot of cases
What?
that complex only happens when you are being treated like that from a different, so usually from the mother side, because hey, you know, I graduated psychology as my major, you know, but that only happens when you are raised. More oftentimes than not, it happens when you are raised from the opposite gender. So if it was a dad, it'll be his daughter. If it's his son, it'll be the mother, and giving those what's it calls to him, so that he will end up like that in the short future. So they say like, oh no, I'm just showing love, or no, it's just I'm the mom. Like, it really does play a part subconsciously in your head.
I know. And for the next
To
category,
where
we got
he sees his dad
men,
as
fully
competition.
grown men and the relationships with their weird moms. When your son gets engaged, well, this is a awfully weird thing to do.
That's funny. I mean, that's not
Look at
bad.
the way he pushes her off. I honestly don't know if that was a joke or they're playing it off
That's
like
a
a
joke,
joke.
but-
Because the way he pushed her off seemed a little bit
It's like, my
real to
little
me. But I
boy.
mean, weird moms
That's
competing
not
with their
bad.
daughters-in-law is nothing new. Well, would you look at that? A beautiful mother-son wedding day dance. So wholesome. Wait, what is she doing? Is she hitting the splits while making full eye contact with her son? Not only is this weird, but it also gives like pick-me vibes. Because why would you do something like this on your daughter-in-law's special day? This is just over-the-top attention-seeking behavior. You're trying to make the day.
I take a lot of things with a grain of salt. Maybe that's my issue. I take a lot of things with a grain of salt, and I'm not giving anything to these reactions. I'm not picking any type of side besides the one that's not PDF file legationist or whatever. But I don't see anything wrong with that. It'll be like one of those things, bro, my mom did this. She did the splits at 60 at my wedding. I don't see
about
this.
you. Like, ooh, crowd, look, I'm an old lady and I can hit the splits. This has to stem from like a lack of attention or something. And now for the last phase of the weird motherhood spectrum.
No.
Your dad is so concerned about the well-being of you. Where are they at?
I want to talk to them, boys.
Where are they at?
You don't want to
Your
talk
own
to them.
family. No, I said your family.
You don't have to talk to
You
them.
want to stay in a
You
volatile
don't have
place.
to talk to them. I'm going to move out. So when I get all my things
don't you go
out,
to your families
when I
for
get my
tonight?
stuff
Why
out,
don't
I
you go-
will.
This grown man with gray hairs who seems to have no problem resolution skills had to call his mom for backup on his wife. And mind you, this whole time it seems like the mother is enjoying this whole process of the relationship breaking apart and the daughter-in-law being antagonized. Heck, for all we know, she's probably part of the problem. And if she wasn't, she probably didn't do anything to make it any better. Because as a concerned, caring family member, when a couple comes to you with their issues, you're not supposed to pick a side. You don't antagonize one individual over the other. You attack the problem so that maybe there's hopes to mend the relationship.
No. Who said that? You attack the woman. And then you get over it faster.
And the people involved in the marriage, like the kids,
I'm playing.
have to
Don't
go
do
through
that.
Things like divorce
Don't
and
do
all
that.
the hardships that come with it. But who am I kidding? I really can't expect that from these weird boy moms. Because in truth, all they really are these pick-me girls who used to crave male attention, who would do anything for male validation, and then they just happen to grow up. And now instead of seeking that validation from all males, they're seeking it from their son. These mothers will literally make being a boy mom their whole personality.
My boy moms feel me on this, but my son has my heart and my soul. I obviously am obsessed with Stevie Lee. She is just the greatest little girl in the world. But my whole life, I always wanted to be a boy mom.
She really said,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
so my daughter is cool and all, but let's get back to my son. And notice how
that's
this lady's referring to her
crazy. That's crazy. crazy. As you get older, though, you do realize as a kid who the favorite in the family is. At least in my family, we didn't really know who it was growing up. Because it was, oh, I love you guys equally, whatever. But as you get older, you start to see. So I could, you know, when you're a young adult and you just start leaving the house and stuff, nigga, I'm leaving. You care. When someone else leave, you don't care. You don't ask about them, no nothing. You just don't care. But at the same time, it's real. Because I'm going to have a favorite kid. I'm going to keep it on it. They just not going to know.
As a boy mom, when she has a daughter as well, when do we just not acknowledge the other kids that you have? And how come she called her daughter by her name Stevie Lee and didn't refer to her as her daughter?
She gave her first name, last name.
Your daughter? Do you not want anything to do with her or something? But let's keep watching.
I can share his preschool photo with you because when I tell you I opened up this email and I just hysterically cried. He is just everything.
Can you just imagine her daughter Stevie Lee growing up and running across this video? A video of her mom literally admitting that she has a favorite child. That her daughter is basically like a secondary character, a support character. Stevie Lee is literally getting the Meg treatment from Family Guy. I can already predict all the trauma that Stevie Lee is probably gonna grow up with. I can just imagine it now, her coming up to her mom like,
Mom, I got the best grade in class.
And then she's all like,
oh my God, so cool. Hey son, what did you eat today? How was your day today?
And mind you, these type of moms usually end up raising these immature, dependent, unreliable man boys. One thing I am glad to see though is that some men are starting to speak out about this issue, because especially when it comes to a topic like this, I feel like a male perspective is very much needed.
Coming from a man who grew up without a good representation of a father or what a man's supposed to be, I can tell you that there's a certain time in that boy's life when he needs to get away from his mama. Your mama is going to turn you into that same man she tells you not to be, because she's thinking that she's protecting you and shielding you from the world, but really she's making you weak. She's making you weak. She's making you a target.
And when you're weak and you are a target, you end up having those same either vices or those same falling into those same ruts that is depicted as what you wouldn't want to be. And I can guarantee you that if he don't say it in the next 10 seconds, I'm gay.
I know so many dudes at this age now, 20s, hell, even in their 30s, that don't know how to change the tire. You and your mama said, boy, no, you get him out of that car, boy, that car fall on you. Your dad said, boy, take your ass, come on, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's well, there are certain ways that man handles things and think and stuff that you would never get from your mom. Y'all, we can't act the way women act. We're more a threat than a woman is. That women can get away with stuff that we can't get away with.
Hell
but you need
yeah.
a man to teach you that and show you how to act in certain situations. The best thing I did when I was 20 years old, back in 2020, was go and stay with my uncle in North Carolina.
Nigga said 2020 when I was 20? Brother, you look 40. Golly, brother, what are they feeding in South Carolina?
I was only with my uncle for like 6-7 months, and that's the best thing that could ever happen to me.
And this is coming from a man who experienced that boy-mom relationship. He's calling out how harmful that type of relationship can be. And he only talked about one aspect of it. The aspect where these mothers shelter their sons from experiencing life and going through the hardships that's gonna forge them into men. And then of course there's the other weird side where these moms actually try to make their sons into their dream man.
One of the most important lessons any man must learn is how to psychologically separate from his own mother. Now, as her son, of course, you are caring and you're loving and you're highly empathic to her wants and her needs. That is good, that is your love. But it can reach an extreme where you become a surrogate husband to her. And this can create two things. One is that it can triangulate you in the relationship of mother, father, and son. If your mother can unconsciously meet her needs and desires through you rather than her own husband, you two will grow closer while she and her husband will grow farther. You and your father can also grow more distant because he feels a contentious relationship where he has to compete with you. Another dynamic is that you will not be able to form healthy romantic relationships with other women in your life because you are emotionally monogamous to your own mother. So this can create a failure to launch in your romantic relationships. It can also create a failure to launch in your own professional life, the life you want to build and create. And so it is absolutely important for you to learn how to psychologically separate and understand that does not mean you're a bad son. Now, if you're looking for ways how you can begin psychologically separating from your mother, check out the description below.
Hey, man, leave your mom alone. And hey, moms, leave your sons alone. We need to get over this together. If you see any of your friends that you think they're a little bit too close to their mom, you think they're, you know, talk to them a little bit. Because in a few years, you'll see it explodes. It's gonna have a boom, and you don't know how they're gonna be, how their dynamics gonna be. You don't know. Man, let's not even get to that extreme. But appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. I'm out.